My entire worldview is based upon the fact that Jesus is not our Messiah. And I start to read Psalm 22 from our side of the Bible. I'm safe. Psalm 22. And as I'm reading, my eyes fill with tears because I can see him hanging on a tree. And I didn't expect to see him there. I'd never read Psalm 22 in my life. And then I went to Isaiah 53, which I'd never read in my life. And now the tears that were behind my eyes flowed from my eyes because not only could I see him, but I could understand why he was on the tree, why he was killed. He was punished for us. Our sins were placed upon him, and he was crushed in our stead. And I just wept. I just wept and wept and wept. I felt terrible. How come I was 50 years of age? We're going to synagogue all my life. How come we never read Psalm 22 or Isaiah 53? Then I turned to Jeremiah 31, and at verse 31, I read an amazing statement. Jeremiah 31:31, in our side of the Bible, says, God says, lo, the day is coming when I will enter into a new covenant with the house of Israel and the house of Judah. A new covenant God's promising to us Jewish people. A new covenant he's promising to us. I was raised to believe that the new covenant was for Gentiles only, not for Jews. And here is a promise from the living God saying that he's going to give to us a new covenant. I was astonished that I'd never known this before. And after a while, I turned to the last part of the 9th chapter of the book of Daniel. It says that Jerusalem shall be destroyed, and the temple, by the prince who shall come after the Messiah is cut off. Well, I knew at this time that Jerusalem had been destroyed in the year 70. I knew that the temple had been destroyed in the year 70. I knew that the General Titus was the Roman general who destroyed the city, and he was the son of Emperor Vespasian. Therefore, Titus was a prince. And if it only had stopped there, I would have been safe. Jerusalem shall be destroyed, and the temple by the prince who shall come. But there was a fourth part. And the fourth part says these things will happen after the Messiah is cut off, which said to me that either this book that I've been reading, these scriptures, the Hebrew scriptures, are nothing more than the story of the Jewish people, or the Messiah came before the year 70. Jesus is our Messiah.